London Fletcher here with Santana Moss for the Field Pass, brought to you by FedEx, where now meets next. Tana, first day practicing, getting ready for the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off a rough loss at home against the Buffalo Bills. It was a rough day for Sam Howell in particular. Got sacked 9 times in that ball game. For a young quarterback and even this offense, how do you get your confidence back?
I mean, one of the things you do, you come back to practice. You come back to the drawing board. I think one of the things that we all did throughout our career, what we used to better ourselves and to understand more, at times when we wasn't, ourselves or we didn't play up to the standards, is watching film. And I think the film room can always show you, teach you a lot of stuff. I mean, we was always told also, put good stuff on tape.
Yes.
And when you don't put good things on tape, the tape is always there to show you and prove to you why you should have did something different. So I think that's going to be key this week, man. He got to watch himself. But I'm sure that game that he played last week is out of his head right now. Normally you come in there between Monday and Tuesday, you watch the film, get it out of there. When you step on that field Wednesday, it's all about that next opponent. And he has a tough task ahead of himself with one of the, best defenses right now I think we're going to be facing in the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could just think back to, when I was playing, we were playing together, whether we lost the game or I didn't have particularly my best game, I look forward to being able to get back out on the practice field to correct the mistakes that I made in that ball game. You be hard on yourself, be critical. And I think when you lose like that, lose by 34 points. It's on everybody. It's a responsibility for everybody to look within themselves as a man. Like, hey, what could I have done better? Whether it's the defense, what could we have done better? Offensive line, there were 9 sacks out there. They weren't all. Sam held on the ball. Maybe a tad bit too long on a few of those sacks, but all 9 of them weren't a byproduct of Sam holding on to the football. Sometimes the Buffalo Bills had some nice scheme stuff called up, but also, we need to protect him a lot better. And,
no doubt.
And you mentioned the Philadelphia Eagles defense. We will be challenged mightily against this team. They led the National Football League in sacks a season ago. They're not up to that point where they were a year ago,
last year.
but they still have some guys that can get after the quarterback. And, I'm sure they'll be thinking about last year's Monday Night Football game where we beat them and knocked them for the ranks of the B-10. As we look at these receivers, I look at Jahan Dotson. He comes out of that game, just 2 receptions. And there were times we were open, and I know maybe the coverage, he only had 4 targets, and maybe there were plays designed to get him the ball a little bit more, because you think about him and his talent, definitely want to have him with more opportunities.
More options.
More opportunities to catch the ball.
The one thing I can say about that, because I've heard it all over talk radio so far this week, and what folks fail to understand is he's number 2 or 3. In the reads right now. You have Terry, who's number 1, and then you might have him as a number 2 receiver, but you might have a tight end as a number 2 read, or what I mean, vice versa. So he's going to get those opportunities. I think going forward, knowing how vital he can be to this offense, you have to start sprinkling in a couple of plays that's specifically for him.
Right.
That's what I need to see more of. So right now, I've been seeing him run the offense as structure, as designed. But you might have to say, well, the talent that he has, he needs to have a play or 2 here and there, whether it's in the first half, 2 plays in the first half, 2 plays in the second half, where we can say they're designed for Jahan.
These are Jahan plays. We're
gonna max protect. We're gonna do whatever it is that this play here that we know we can get a splash play for Jahan, because he's that kind of guy. He can change the game around.
Yeah, you mentioned targets. You look at Cole Turner. He was starting for Logan Thomas last week, and he had seven receptions. I mean, seven targets in that ball.
7 targets, yeah.
And he played well. But, looking back, they obviously want to spread the football around. I want to definitely see us run the football a little bit more.
Sneak with the running backs coming behind him, kind of pushing Jalen forward.
The push play.
The tush push, yes. Just kind of curious your thoughts on it, if you think it's legal or how it should be handled.
Well, it's not being officiated as illegal, so we just have to prepare for it. I mean, I would personally like to see it eliminated, not just because they run it better than anybody, although they do run it better than anybody, but I don't think that's a football play. I think it's a nice rugby play, and it's not what we're looking for in football. But until it's outlawed, we'll prepare for it and get ready to do our best to stop it.
How have you felt yourself progressing these past couple of weeks, yourself and your play?
I feel like, it's been elevating ever since I got here. The guys have been helping me a lot, and talking to Fletcher, JD, all the D linemen, all the DNs, wide receivers, it don't matter who it is, but everybody's just been giving me positive info, and I've been doing better from that.
And why do you think you are improving? Is it your confidence? Are you understanding schemes better? What do you credit it to?
I credit all the way from Little League. My coaches from Little League, high school, college, to now where I'm at now. They always give me positive feedback of what I've been doing, guiding me the right way. And, every game I go in with a mindset of like, don't fear nobody. Do your thing. Your brother got your back. God got you, and my mom got me.
And your stats the first 3 weeks, they're impressive. Is there any part of you that you go back to that pre-draft process and want to say a little, I told you so? I'd want to.
Oh, no, it's just, I work every day. It's just the next day, get back to work, get back doing what you've been doing, and, the stats and the film is going to show.
What's been the toughest adjustment, do you think, about the NFL game, through these first 3 games?
I feel like it really hasn't been they got me. It hasn't been a really tough adjustment, like I said, I try to go in the mindset of don't fear nobody, come play hard and just work. And that's been working so far, and it's been showing up. Yes, sir.
They've managed your workload here during their first 3 games. Do you feel you can take on a bigger workload as the season progresses?
Yeah, of course. I feel like however many stops they need me to play, I could play even more. Whatever I get for that game, it's what I get, and then hopefully next week it gets more.
Has there been a conversation about like the rookie wall? Is that perhaps why they're kind of like easing you in terms of your snap counts?
Rookie wall?
Yeah, you ever heard of the rookie wall?
I ain't hear that yet. What that is?
So it's basically like for guys who are rookies, right? They've never played this amount of games. They never played this amount of games, in college. So like at some point when December comes around, that's when they start to feel it. So to avoid that, feeling that, try and kind of ease you into the early going.
I haven't heard of that, but no, if that's the thing, then I guess so. But
I mean, I guess for some guys, there's no rookie wall, right?
Yeah.
It could be you're the exception, right?
yeah, the first week I played like 40 snaps, right?
Yeah.
It changes every week. First week I played 40. Last game I think I played like 20 something.
They're only 45 total snaps. So
Yeah,
that's why it's something.
Yeah. So whatever happens. Whenever I get in, I'm gonna have an opportunity to make a play. I'm trying to make a play.
How many snaps did you play in college?
So who's your favorite teammate? Right here, my favorite teammate. Well, everybody my favorite teammate, but this guy giving me all the feedback right here. Helping me a lot.
Do you find that teams are like trying to figure out still like who to double? Like sometimes are they doubling you or maybe like Hassan or Swag?
Oh, no, I still think they might be having a hard time figuring out who to double. We have a very talented D-line group, and you double me, Fletcher got a chance of a one-on-one. You double Fletcher, me, JD. It's a lot of guys. It's hard to try to double everybody.
If the vets made you get readers and all that during summer, carry their pads, what are they doing now?
They've been pretty chill now. I'm happy you asked this after he left. But they've been pretty chill. It wasn't too much. Probably got some food, but that's it.
Up for the plane? Food for the plane?
Yeah. That's it. And it's been kind of tough. It's been raining.
Yeah.
Schedule was kind of quick, but whatever I could do, if they asked for it, I'll do it.
Coach Siani really preaching red zone efficiency this week. How have you seen that implemented in practice at all?
Just attention to detail. I kind of went and told the defense. Told the offense, the O-line, and last week was on me. I make those catches in my sleep. And I took the responsibility because that should have been a touchdown. But moving forward, we just be paying attention to detail in practice like today, and so yeah.
And you just took responsibility. Coach Siani took responsibility, and then the offensive line we talked earlier this week, they took responsibility. What does that say about this team?
Man, we just want to be great. We're not pointing fingers. We're selfless guys, and we're taking accountability. I know he may take a responsibility, but it got to me, and I didn't finish the play on one of them, and so yeah, I'm gonna take that responsibility.
And Dallas Goedert earlier this week talked about the defenses you all have faced the first 3 weeks, really complex, made it seem like it gets a little simpler going forward. What does that teach you about the defenses you faced?
Just be ready for everything. We got to learn to adjust on the fly, and I think we have been doing that. I think this week may be a little simple, but you really don't know. We always think we have an idea of what they're gonna do, but sometimes you don't know, and they come out and they do something completely different, and we have to adjust. So.
Did the Washington defense show any take?
They have a really good front, man, and they got some really good corners. They had a rook. They had number 25. I can't think of his name right now, but we played against 25, and they're good on the back end. They're gonna compete. So then D line's gonna try to get to the quarterback. We gotta get open quick.
AJ, there's a lot of interest in your cleats colors.
Yeah.
What are you allowed to wear?
Yeah, that rule sucks, but it's okay though, man. I really tried to bend the rules a little bit. It's green, but even though it's like highlight green, but I think all players should just wear whatever they want to wear. They're not going to be able to find everybody in the league, So I think we should start that movement as players, but but it is what it is. Like I said, I try to bend the rules, but it's okay. They made me take them off, and it's whatever. So.
How does that news come to you? Who comes up to you?
The equipment manager, Greg came and told me I had to take them off. They're gonna put me out the game, and I'm trying to stay on the field. I'm not, I wore the cleats for my daughter, but she'll have to be okay. I'm not trying to come out. So.
Why do you wear them for her?
Oh, cause so she can easily spot me. Whenever I wear like black cleats or something like that, she doesn't really. It's hard for her to spot me, but. I think everybody knew who I was on the field with their cleats, but definitely my daughter. And she got mad at me. Why did I change the cleats? So.
How much of a fine do you get?
I didn't get a fine this week because I took them off. But I think it's probably like the first fine starts like $7K, but which is ridiculous for cleats. See stuff like that. But it is what it is. That's not my battle to fight. So.
And I see you have a Phillies box down here. Have you been paying attention to this run they're on?
Yeah, I've been. To be honest, I really haven't. I haven't. But I'm always rooting for them. I appreciate the box. I've been really studying and And my son's birthday today, so we've been trying to get everything together and just been real busy. So, but I'm always rooting for the Philly. So.
How have you seen this defense improve consistently so far this season?
Just getting better every week, man. We learning, putting it all together. You see the D-line getting after the quarterback better, man. We stopping the run. Correct the mistakes and get better on the field, as in during the game, correct the mistakes. So we're getting great, man. We got to continue to keep doing this, though, man, to keep leading the way.
And Coach Sirianni has talked about this defensive line a lot this week. He really mentions the run defense as well. You get a front row seat to that.
Yeah.
Is this as good as it's going to get, you think, or is they haven't even hit their ceiling yet?
They probably ain't never reached the ceiling yet because some of these guys is young and they still just so talented. So some of these guys all they know doing is hunting. They don't even know like their true assignment yet, and that's what's crazy about it. So I can't imagine when these guys being like year 4 and year 5, which I'll be done with the league by then. So I won't get to experience that, but them guys, they're gonna be a handful.
When you think of this Commanders game last season, what comes to mind?
Divisional game. So got to win. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the first step of making it to where we want to make it at is winning your division game. So and then owning your division. So this is the first one of many, and we're looking forward to the matchup. And
when you look back to last year and you look at that loss, can you take anything from that, or is it a different team? It doesn't matter, or do you have any lessons from that?
Yeah, that was last year. So yeah, it ain't too much with me. It's a whole new year because that loss just was a loss. We still reach our goal. Making it to the Super Bowl, winning the division. So, it was a lesson learned that we just went in there and just came out, had to prepare a little bit better.
When you look at Terry McLaurin and his body of work, what stands out to you?
I just know him a little bit, personally a little bit. Great hard worker, man. He's extremely a hard working guy, man. Very talented dude. He'll every play trying to give it his all, and that's what you could respect from a player as him. So, He's very talented, like I said, and he gets after it. So.
Is there anything like Sam Howell's been sacked a ton like the first 3 games? I know as a quarterback, does that change how you approach things at all?
Not too much for me because only thing that gonna change, maybe he just don't want to get sacked, might throw it quicker. But other than that, shoot. I heard he been sacked a lot. Well, I wish I was, a D lineman that could, chase after him just as well too. But I'm not that great at D line moves, so my move's kind of bad when it come off rushing. But yeah, man, I think they just gotta, probably he'll get the ball out faster maybe, and I'm sure the coaches over there trying to find a better way to, protect them, or maybe he got to make better decisions. I don't know how it is over there, but I'm sure they'll try to figure it out because they know how great our D line can be. So I'm sure they got a game plan for that.
Hassan Reddick said that the pass rush and the coverage kind of work together.
Yeah.
How much, when you see those guys break through a front, how much credit do you feel like you take on the back end too for just covering your guys?
I'm not really too much of a credit taker. I just like we all work together, like he said. So if they get to the quarterback fast, it makes my job more easier. Sometimes they might not get to the quarterback, but I makes the play and cover them. But so it's just conflicts each other. So man, I give the whole team credit, man. We all work together. I just try to make sure I try to step up every time I can. I'm sure them guys do the same. So that's why we get to always conflict each other and come back and forth.
And it seems like quarterbacks more likely to make a mistake if they're being rushed and they have to put the ball quarter ready or quarter receiver.
Yeah.
You guys kind of look for that?
That's what all defense look for, honestly. Try to get the guy off the spot. That's what you do as a defense, is try to get the quarterback off his spot, off his read. And us for the secondaries is get him off his first read to give the time for the D-line to get there. So we just co-hand that and we'll get after him.
Can y'all feel that? Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Can you feel what we about to get into? They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing is beating your doggone chest right now. Whatever you get,